Senator Lankford.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. Secretary, good to see you again. As I traveled around Oklahoma during August, it was great to be able to be home. I had several folks that contacted me, and we had some great meetings with some rural hospitals as well. They're looking forward to the $50 billion for the One Big Beautiful Bill that is targeting towards rural hospitals, starting with $10 billion next year. I know you're quickly getting all the instructions out on that. We know that's in process. It was good to be able to visit with them and be able to talk about that. They're very pleased. Thanks for the work you're doing on that. I also met with some of our groups that do incredible medical research on this. I know the NIH grants were held for a while and being studied. Those have been released, and grateful to be able to see that because there's some amazing medical research that's happening, including some longitudinal studies. They need those dollars released, so I appreciate y'all getting those released out there. I did hear from a lot of our folks, and I want to talk about one of these issues. From a lot of our hospitals, they immediately raised the issue of Medicare Advantage plans and how they're withholding payments, they're delaying payments back to hospitals, and a problem that's been for rural hospitals. I know y'all are working on that as well. We want to work with you on that. But you and I have spoken on the second issue on that, and it's the pharmacy benefit managers. During the confirmation process, it was interesting when you and I met in my office, you said every single senator brought up PBMs to you, and you made the statement during the confirmation process, this is an area that President Trump wants to take on, is the pharmacy benefit managers. This is unfinished business in this committee, but I wanted to just know what is HHS doing at this point on the PBM issue in particular to make sure we're not driving out rural pharmacies and what we can do to be able to make sure that's fair.
I mean, it's a priority for the president. He talks to me about it, I would say at least once a week, sometimes at 11 o'clock at night. And we've met with the PBMs, and we are in talks with them. We're also in MFN talks with the pharmaceutical companies, who are also very interested in reducing the cut and getting transparency among the PBMs. And the PBMs have committed to us to transparency, to some protocol that will guarantee transparency. And then the part of the MFN negotiations would include direct-to-consumer marketing, which would eliminate the middleman. So I think we're doing a lot on PBMs.
Okay, that'd be very helpful to be able to see. It'd be very helpful for consumers across the country on this. You and I spoke as well, and you've made public statements on this, and the FDA commissioners made public statements on the issue of reviewing the safety issues of Mifepristone. Your comments early on were every drug needs to be treated the same, needs to look at the same and not have political biases and how things are actually examined. There were a lot of changes on the allocation of Mifepristone for elective abortions under the Biden administration. It's now open to anyone without a prescription on it. You don't have to go through a doctor on it. There's all kinds of issues that are happening now on it. So the question was, you said that there would be a review on that just to be able to look at it, make sure we're following all safety protocols. Do you know a timing on that review?
I can't give you the exact timing. I talked to Marty McCary about it yesterday, and he said it is progressing apace. We're getting data in all the time, new data that we're reviewing. And we know that during the Biden administration, they actually twisted the data to bury one of the safety signals, with a very high safety signal, around 11%. So we're going to make sure that that doesn't happen anymore. We're producing honest science and gold standard science on that. I'll keep you abreast of where we are.
Thank you. Just go where the science leads on that. During the Biden administration, the Title X regulation that requires Title X family planning programs recipients to physically and financially separate from abortion activities, their Title X activities, and eliminate them promoting or providing abortion with those funds. That was flipped from the original Trump rule that was done under the first presidency. During your confirmation, you had committed to go back and look at that again and to be able to see. My question is, do you know the timeline for agency action for when that rule on Title X and the separation payments rule will be either reviewed or will actually be reinstated to the original Trump rule under his first presidency?
I don't know when if they're I just don't know the answer to your question, why they're actually reviewing the rule right now. I can tell you that the NGOs that have that issue, that refuse to separate their payments streams and separate their operations, are not getting funded.
Okay, well, that was an issue under the law when it first came out, to be able to keep those things separate on it. So look forward to that. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.